best to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours, now through December 20th. All of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net, and together we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
We're asking, what is beauty? A beautiful poem, a beautiful picture, a beautiful tree in a solitary field, the beauty of a wave, the quiet beauty of a blue sea, and the beauty of great mountains, the immensity, their dignity, their immovability, and their lying against the blue sky, snow-capped. And all the museums in the world, with their ancient sculptures, modern paintings, and the classic statuary. Most of us have seen all these, and we say when we look at them, how extraordinarily beautiful they are. If you see the Parthenon in Greece for the first time, you almost go on your knees to the beauty of the structure. And when you see a beautiful man or a woman or a child especially, and you're breathless for the moment with all the beauty of this world, And its beauty lies in the perceiver. Understand my question? Is beauty a matter of instruction? Being well informed about all the paintings of the world, who painted it, from the modern Picasso to the ancient Massaggio and so on. To be well informed, to talk about it, to be, play with it. Is all that beauty? So what is beauty? When do you perceive beauty?
Man, you already know. It's Thursday, and I can't take my foot off the gas. It has been an incredible week of topics. So it was only right that I start the show off with my favorite philosopher, J. Krishnamurti, asking us penetrating questions about what is beauty? What has this society done to us? One of K's favorite, or one of my favorite quotes from K, you guys have heard me say it 1,000 times now. It is no measure of health to be fully integrated into a sick society. We model society, we build homes in a sick society, we build families in a sick society, we raise children in a sick society, and then we wonder why we can't appreciate that which is beautiful. See, when you're wounded, the only thing that is beautiful is supply. Oh no. I know you guys don't want to hear me put it that way. The only thing that is beautiful is supply, is receiving. I've been reading a lot of books on this lately. Attached is one book. The Human Magnet Syndrome is another book. Chris Niebaum has a new book. It's called No Self. I've just been reading, and what I'm starting to realize is an ugly society is always claiming and beating its chest about how beautiful it is. And it has trickled down into our intimate relationships. So, with talking to my daughter, she's 24, and all of these newfangled phrases, and, my child was like, she said her face card never fails, is never declined. I said, whoa. I said, well, wow, what does that mean even? She said, the face card never declines. I said, oh, okay. Does that mean you're attractive? And then it got me to thinking, what about your spiritual face card? Ugh. If you live in a toxic society, I believe unhealed wounds makes your spirit ugly. I know you don't want to hear it put that way. Sure, coping mechanisms, sure, conditioned a certain kind of way. But I believe you are at your ugliest when you are at your most unhealed. It don't matter what you look like. You are a terror to somebody. You're a terror to yourself. You understand? See, when you get healed, or when you at least start the healing process, right? You don't say things like what Lisa Ray said. Y'all heard what Lisa Ray said? You just don't say. No disrespect to Lisa Ray. I love Lisa Ray. I think she's a beautiful sister. But many of us focus on external beauty. What about internal beauty? The other girl, what's her name? Kyla? The one that was with Kels? What's her name? Beautiful woman. on the outside, do I look like I would go 50-50? Wow, these are ugly things to say. Right? Tonight's topic. My spiritual face card can never be declined. You got a black spiritual face card? Come on, black card. There ain't no limit on it, okay? Can a person have an ugly soul? If so, how can one recognize and approve it and improve it within themselves and others? The illusion of beauty. Why attractive people might struggle with authentic connections. Unpacking the psychological barriers attractive individuals may face while dating. Is physical beauty a double-edged sword in relationships? Born or made? The controversial origins of an ugly soul. Genetic predisposition versus environmental influence. What shapes our inner selves? Can toxic relationships cultivate an intrinsically ugly soul? The beautiful facade, how attractive bodies hide ugly spirits. 1-800-920-1580. I know you've met somebody who was exceedingly beautiful, extraordinarily stunning, just amazing, right? But when they opened their mouths, what they had to say was vacuous. It might even have been condescending, disrespectful, glib, dismissive, right? Ugly souls. Ugliness, in my opinion, comes from a lack of self-work, a lack of self-work, right? Freudian slip, I said self-worth first. Are we judging people by their covers? The cost of shallow assessments. What constitutes the most ugly personality? Identifying traits of inner ugliness, narcissism, entitlement, and manipulation. The societal impact of ugliness. How ugly souls shape community dynamics. The entitlement epidemic. Is it a reflection of a hideous soul? Goodness. These are heavy subtitles to tonight's topic. The terrifying truth. Carl Jung's perspective on beauty and disappointment. Examining Jung's quote. Do beautiful people truly bring terror or disappointment? Listen, I know everybody started off a little rough. We picked up some things along the way from our parents that are unflattering, right? But it's not the rest of the world's job to heal that in you. If you carry it with you into your adult relationships, as is posited by John Bowlby, Mary Ainsworth, and many other attachment theory specialists, right? If you carry this wound into your adult relationship, it will diminish you to others. Why? Because you've allowed yourself to accept this inner diminishment as your norm. People treat you how you treat yourself. I know you don't want to hear. It doesn't matter how good you look. Do you know how many frustrated, beautiful people are out there? You know how many beautiful people got cheated on, lied to, manipulated? Beauty don't make you special. I'm talking about external beauty. It is your internal beauty. Have you ever met somebody that wasn't particularly gorgeous? They weren't ugly either now. Hold on. I didn't say they could rob a bank with their baby picture. I didn't say that. I said they weren't particularly gorgeous, right? But had a soul that shined like 10 billion suns. And the next thing you know, you started to see them in such a beautiful light that no one could compare to them. I'm very interested to know, have you met somebody like that? I've met people like that, where you go, well, damn, you finer than I thought you were. Once you got to know, you way finer than I thought you were. What makes them that? Huh? What makes them that? Because if we just looked from an aesthetic perspective, we probably would have been like, she cool. Or, ain't nothing to write home about, you know what I mean? But then when you get to know them in that warmth, right? Do attractive people struggle with dating? If so, why? Are some people born with an ugly soul, or do they learn how to cultivate one? Do you know folks with a beautiful body obfuscating an ugly spirit? What makes a person exceedingly attractive on the inside? What is the most ugly personality? Does perpetual entitlement emanate from a hideous soul? When I come forward, you already know what it is. We go into the phone lines. I got to talk to people. I know you guys have this experience, and I want to hear your story. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. Are you an entrepreneur looking to take your business to new heights? KBLA Talk 1580 is your partner in success. Every day, we celebrate and elevate Black-owned businesses across our community. Our KBLA SMB Marketplace currently features The Cookie Dip, Badass Bakes, Hair Concoction, Higher Education Accreditation Consulting, LACC Radiology Technology Department, and Malik Books. Your business deserves to be heard. Let KBLA Talk 1580 amplify your voice and connect you with our powerful community of listeners. Email smb@kbla1580.com today. That's smb@kbla1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach, transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal, prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Those with pathological narcissism, it's not that they don't have relationships. They actually can have a lot of very successful short-term relationships and feel very gratified by that. Many people with narcissistic pathology do not have a sense of time in the sense of certain developmental opportunities passing them by. They believe that those things can always be recapped. And so they have a distorted sense of time. So making people aware of where they are in their developmental life is really important. Some of the people I see are in their early 40s, as I said, through 65, and some of them have never been able to commit to a relationship. And some, come in around 35 to say 45, and they feel behind developmentally. They often come in because they're afraid of being seen as deficient. It's not that they feel deficient. They're afraid their peer group is wondering, why aren't they forming a serious relationship? Why aren't they, or their parents are saying things to them or whatever. And they're still, wanting to go on in the same way. I'll use a typical male example. Somebody who's had lots of partners, the envy of all their friends because they're good looking, they're, very successful, attracting women or whatever, which, by the way, is an indication of narcissistic pathology.
It is.
Well, often an indication of narcissistic pathology is the capacity to attract a lot of short-term partners. So moving from one short-term relationship to another and being very successful at doing that. Then that begins to wear thin. But the capacity to invest more deeply in longer-term relationships is really deficient. A certain amount of aggression and animosity can come into play in longer-term relationships. If they don't get what they want, if they don't get gratified, then things can become very contentious, and then the relationship breaks down. And in the meantime, their peer group is moving on, making commitments, maybe starting families or maybe not, but deepening their relationships. So talking about where the person is developmentally, what have they given up to lead their life in a certain way? What have they gained? Because, of course, there are gains, too. Feeling very self-important, constant sources of admiration from new people, right? So it never gets stale, it never gets old, it never gets tiresome. And the feeling that they can endlessly replace those people, those are gains for some people.
Man, she's describing an ugly soul. I know people don't want to hear it put that way. I'm sorry, but that's what she's describing. She's describing ugliness. Yes, that's a hideous soul. In a society obsessed with external appearances, many cling to the notion that beauty guarantees connection and fulfillment. However, confronting the harsh truth about the limitations of physical beauty can provoke a complex emotional landscape. On tonight's topic, we will tackle the uncomfortable realities surrounding the perception of inner and outer beauty, delving into the radical implications of attachment wounds and spiritual insights. What emotions surface when one realizes the limitations of physical beauty with regards to forming intimate connections? Realizing that physical beauty fails to create genuine connection often triggers a spectrum of emotions: disappointment, anger, and profound disillusionment. I thought I was fine enough to keep him. 1-800-920-1580. Come on. Come on. You already know you've dealt with somebody like that, or maybe it's you. Right? Individuals may grapple with feelings of inadequacy as they confront their own superficial judgments and the fragility of relationships built on appearances. The stark truth here is that beauty can only carry one so far, or beauty can only carry a relationship so far. And not just beauty, but materiality as well. There has to be some kind of substance. Eventually, the facade crumbles, leaving emotional voids and unfulfilled desires. How does the presence of kindness redefine projections of physical beauty? I want to know if you married a beautiful person, or you just married somebody. I'm talking about somebody that was beautiful on the inside, or you just married an attractive person. Are you attracted to just beautiful people on the outside, or are you more attracted to beautiful people on the inside? When we come forward, the ugly soul will be revealed.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 things you should know from BIN News. Sean Diddy Combs is now claiming prosecutors edited a 2016 video to exaggerate his actions and misrepresent a domestic dispute, aiming to portray him as more dangerous ahead of his bail hearing scheduled for Friday. South Carolina Representative James Clyburn is urging President Biden to use the remainder of his term to address the issue of mass incarceration. In a news conference on Wednesday, the Democrat asked Biden to use his clemency authority to reduce the punishments of people serving lengthy prison terms. President-elect Trump is cheering the sentencing of the man convicted of killing Georgia nursing student Laken Riley. He posted Wednesday on Truth Social, quote, "Justice for Laken Riley," end quote. A Georgia judge found 26-year-old Jose Ibarra guilty on all charges. And the Martha's Vineyard chapter of the NAACP elected a new president last weekend. Regional high school educator Dakir Warren will serve as president for a 2-year term, and he will be sworn in January 1st. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
September 15th to 21st is Asthma Peak Week, with the highest concentration of asthma flare-ups and hospitalizations. To become a more active participant in your care, visit luma-edu.com. This message is brought to you by Amgen and AstraZeneca.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours. Now through December 20th, all of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net. And together, we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
To the 100 million people who owe the IRS money, this message is for you. We've helped tens of thousands of people close the door on their tax debt. So if you feel like you're stuck in a hole with IRS tax debt, then this is the easiest way to get a resolution quickly. To qualify for a no-pay or low-pay resolution, visit taxclosure.org to get free from the IRS once and for all.
To keep your bank accounts, income, and assets secure, tax closure is your same-day cure.
Add confidence to every holiday adventure and get it done with a rugged and capable Chevy truck or SUV. Find your red tag. Get 0% APR financing for 36 months on select popular Chevy models when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Offer available on all 2025 Equinox and 2024 Silverado, Equinox EV, Blazer EV, and Silverado EV models. Monthly payment is $2,860 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 22.2%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 12/2/24.
Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you that we keep us safe. The Live Your Life organization mentors young women, helping them break negative mindsets and see beyond their surroundings. Through career exposure and hands-on training, they're encouraged to think big, stay focused, and make positive choices. Founded by Nikisha Mama Boo Smith, who transformed her life to become a community leader. Live Your Life is changing lives, but they need your help. They're raising funds to keep their new building open and expand their programs. Your donations will support food, clothes, hygiene products, and holiday giveaways. Visit liveyourlife32.com. That's LIVEYOLIFE32.com to help today. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Most people are afraid to fully be themselves.
They're afraid to embrace the parts of themselves that might be regarded as unacceptable, because embracing these unacceptable parts makes them feel uncomfortable. So to escape this uncomfortableness, they divide themselves into two halves, conscious and unconscious. In the conscious half, they construct an ideal image of themselves, an image formed out of the bits and pieces of their past that they deem as good and acceptable. And as a result, in the unconscious half, they repress the parts of themselves that they view as bad and unacceptable. In Jungian psychology, this repressed part of the personality is called the shadow. And unless the shadow is integrated into the personality, a person can never reach their fullest potential. Instead, one will always remain incomplete, fractured, and partial, living a life of regret rather than the full life that could have been. Imagine, for example, that I've solved a few equations and convinced myself that I'm a great mathematician. I might meet a few friends and they tell me that they have a math club. They gather every week.
Let me just say this. Listen, being in that, he described everything and it was beautiful, but being in this unintegrated space, right? We've been talking about it this week, right? Being in this space where you have the subconscious and the conscious and it's not integrated, your shadow is not integrated into the mask of the persona and all of this, that. Okay, fine. What makes it ugly is your refusal to do the work. The work in and of itself isn't ugly. That isn't what makes your spirit ugly. It's when you allow the work that hasn't been done to build up in your soul. In other words, you're not trying to heal. You don't think anything's wrong with you. And then when it gets pointed out that, yes, you too are a work in progress and you too have work to do, there is a reluctance to take this personal accountability so your spiritual face card won't be declined. Anybody can come in. I done seen some of the most beautiful women in the world living here in Los Angeles. My God, just some of the most beautiful women in the world. But I've also met some hideous souls. Do you understand? Like, some really horrible souls. Doesn't mean they're horrible people. Just means I don't want to do the work. Right? And I think it's important that the work get done. Why? How does the presence of kindness redefine perceptions of physical beauty? Kindness acts as a powerful antidote to the superficiality that pervades societal norms. When individuals witness acts of genuine kindness, it can elevate a person's perceived beauty beyond mere physical attributes. However, the irony remains. Kindness often emerges as a rarity, making its presence all the more striking against a backdrop of pervasive selfishness. The acknowledgement of inner beauty through kindness forces a reevaluation of what we value, often highlighting the hollowness of our previous standards. But let's go even deeper. Just like a narcissist knows how to mimic, pantomime, empathy, society has taught us to mimic and pantomime kindness. Oh, yeah. And we justify it. Right? Oh, you're not the type of person that deserves these types of acts. First off, it's not kindness if it's connected to a silent contract that is in search of a type of payoff. See, toxic relationships are based on a payoff. I'm toxic, they're toxic. My toxicity is somehow compatible with their toxicity. And although it's ugly and although it's dysfunctional, we're getting some type of payoff, right? If your kindness has a payoff connected to it, it's not kindness. The highest form of kindness is just like the highest form of love, unconditional. We live in a society that is hell-bent on saying love isn't real, or love isn't enough, or love is a verb based on some actions. Really? So love is a football play. Run a L out. I want you to run a deep route, but L out right here, so we can pull the linebacker over and then cut back to the side. Knock it off. We're talking about frequencies and vibration and consciousness. What keeps you ugly is the consciousness that is associated with that which is unhealed. Go deeper. Dis-ease, disease. To go against ease. It's never going to be easy if you're ignoring what needs your attention in you. So guess what? I'm going to focus on the mask. And don't be born attractive. Beauty is a type of currency in America, ladies and gentlemen. Can we be honest? Look at me. Do I look like I go 50-50? That is the quote of the year. I'm sorry. Andy, can you find Lisa Ray's comments? Because they were cringy. They lack spiritual depth. And Lord knows in this time, in this day and time, we need that. We need spiritual depth in this day and time. I've got callers on the line. I want to get them in here. John, Mountain View, Hawaii. Get in here, brother. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Oh, wow. Greetings and blessings, chat. Blessings and love to you, Zoe.
Yes, sir.
If I can help out in helping you wake up, yeah, food on your belly is rough on a radio station. Yeah, I think it was said in the chat earlier, it's the prettiest people who do the ugliest things. That is ubiquitous. Again, if you're talking about peeling back the layers of the game, it says those things possibly. And I think I even said it maybe a show ago earlier, you know, you do this without consciousness. You look at people, you're attracted to them. You do it without a thought. But then you actually, depending on how deep you go into the relationship, you discover who they are.
Come on, John. I'm listening, man. I'm listening.
I mean, the points are very simple. Yes. In life, if you're looking for the beauty of it, you're definitely expecting a payout. If you're not looking to pay out anything, that means you might be pure at this.
I hear you, brother.
That means you're going to give what you. That means you're going to give what you have, and that's all it's going to be.
I love that. That's good stuff.
And let me also add this one, because again, I don't like the fact that people will tell me my purest form of me is a curse.
Wait, go deeper. Say more. Say more.
Again, I give to this show because I love you, and I want to continue to see this work go on with you being at the helm, or if somebody else takes control over it, or it continues in some way, shape, or form. My money's on you. I'm betting on you.
Come on. Come on.
I want to see this thing win.
Come on, back door, little Joe. Come on.
But my generosity is tested by people such as these beautiful ones who will tell me that it's not pure, it's not true, it's not this, it's not that. I put my dollar on it. How true is it?
Wow. If you bet on it. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Yeah.
I put my dollar on it. I put my time on it. I come into this show and I contribute all the assets I got.
It's true. You call in
and I listen
every
to
day.
others do the same. I want to see this thing work. I need to see this thing work. I need the spiritual side of everything that everybody's been missing to be developed right here and now.
Wow. Wow. That's heavy, bro.
That's what I need.
That's heavy.
I don't know about the rest of y'all. That's what I need.
John said, "This is what I signed up
that
for."
A payment.
Yes, I hear you.
I don't consider that a payment. I consider that the fire that needs to burn so everybody finally sees it.
A beacon. Yeah. I hear you, John. I hear you, brother. And I'm with you. Let's keep the fire lit, brother. Let me just say this. Guess what you just did?
I brought Mountain View in the house, but again, Battle Buddy, I got you 6. I'm here for you. And to add to the beats, if you could go to Marcus Murray, lo-fi Tai Chi beats, number 31. Just play it.
Okay, Andy heard it. We're going to see how it go down. Man, I appreciate the call. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we're going to Denver, Colorado. We're going to get soothing. Yes.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewdd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
why waste your time dating somebody who is not going to elevate your life? And
not even just that, but here's the thing. I don't want to stress you out by trying to keep up with my lifestyle that I already have and am accustomed to. Why? Because if I'm going to these restaurants just for lunch meetings and it takes you your whole check to take me there, I don't want to stress you out. You cannot hang with me. You are still wanting a vacation for the weekend. I vacation and go on holiday for the month. We are not going to be able to make this work. That's simple to me. I'm not trying to be with anyone.
No. Is it me or does that sound ugly? Listen, I'm not trying to judge the sister. She's earned her lifestyle. She has worked her tail off to get to where she is in life, and she deserves everything she can afford. But what did that sound like to your spirit? Can we just, right? Before I came forward, I was talking about how people have mastered the art of cognitive kindness, pseudo-pantomime kindness. You live in a toxic society. Let's not act like society's toxicity isn't pervasive. It is. It makes us greedy. It makes us self-centered. It makes us selfish. It makes us all of the horrible things you can only imagine. And then it serves as the greatest, grandest distraction from looking inward to heal that kind of stuff. So it's no wonder relationships are struggling. Relationships are a spiritual school, man, where you got to show up to class. How do you show up to class? By being present in the relationship? What do you mean present? Yeah, you got to keep one eye on your partner and one eye on yourself. Right? Attentive. Krishnamurti said it in a totally different way. He said, unconditional love is complete attention. Attentiveness. Not something that is forced, but you are attentive. You're locked in. Most people don't know how to be present with themselves, and they don't know how to be present in a relationship. But they know how to be present when they're getting a present. I know you're not ready to hear this kind of stuff. Callie Soul from Denver, Colorado, get in here. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Not they only know how to be present when they get in the present. Good ones, though.
Come on. Let's get it.
Ooh. So, you're a handsome guy, and I'm sure you can relate to what I'm about to say.
Here we go. Come on. I'm gonna lean back. I'm gonna lean back and let you have it.
Don't lean back. You got your ice chip. Get your ice chip. I'm sure that a lot of women don't know what to do with you because you're gorgeous on the outside and you're gorgeous on the inside. You have a beautiful mind.
Stop playing, Andy. Let her finish. Don't encourage her. Come on, Callie. Just
come on, Rep Andy. You got my back. And two things I say, yes.
Oh Lord, here we go.
And to say, I say amen to all that Brother John Gilbreth said, because what you do is community work. You doing big things for us, and I know that everybody can't always support you monetarily in the way that we ought to, but you deserve millions for the work that you do on air, because you be healing relationships and healing lives.
Wow. Thank you.
You've done a lot for me over the years of me just listening to you. But again, and I've met you in person. I remember the first time I seen you, I was taken aback. I was like, whoa, I get it. I get why women would be like, whoa, Lord, yeah, you got a beautiful mind. I want to get to know you. You know, but then once you pop the top on them and start peeling back those layers to that onion, they don't know what to do because people expect beautiful people to not have any substance to their soul. On average, in this society, you know, people are beautiful on the inside and they don't have no substance on the inside. Right. On the outside, I'm sorry. They can be beautiful on the outside and not have substance on the inside. And I experienced that. I'm not, you know, big-headed. I have earned my exterior beauty because I did my soul work. I do my soul work consistently. But oftentimes, once I start peeling back the layers to my onion and revealing myself and being an open book to folks, they don't know what to do with that. Mm-hmm. They're like, what are you talking about? You know?
Right.
Like, no, we have a deep conversation. You know, for me, I'm simple. I'm like, let's go walk through the park and have a talk. I don't need you to take me out on a date. Let me see who you are. I remember meeting a fellow one time, and I was so enamored by him. And he was a gorgeous man on the outside, but I was so attracted to him for who he was as an individual. And it really resonated with me when you said people can be like a great person, but have a terrible spirit.
Wait, don't go anywhere. Stay right there. Oh, Cali Soul is in here cooking with that rarefied grease. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we are going back to Denver, Colorado to get the rest of Sister Cali's testimony.